all those challenges you went through you're going to look back one day and you're going to be so grateful for them. Because you're going to be so grateful for them because they're the ones that are going to be the catalyst for whatever growth that you endure, or whatever helps you find your purpose. It's not, you don't find your purpose through just thinking about it. You find your purpose through the pain and through the heartache and through the struggle. That's where you find your purpose. So don't let those days go to use. But don't also think that, oh, life is going to be easy from here on out. It's not. And you're going to hit rock bottom. It was just a matter of time. And things are going to get better. It's not going to be like before. You're going to get better. And it's not about you against the world. I think for my whole life, I always thought, well, it's me against the world. There's no one else like me. I'm alone. I'm so alienated. I'm so lost. And I mean, I was told that I was a loser and all these different things by my dad. So I think I internalized all that. And then when you grow up and can't get along with a lot of people, and you also don't know how to be anyone but yourself. And for me, I just always had to be authentic and genuine with myself. If I felt like I wasn't being myself, it was too easy for me to notice, and it was too easy for me to say I can't do that. And some people, they could just put on a new hat and pretend that they're a snowboarder for the day. Like my old roommate, the guy was like a chameleon. He knew the people he was hanging out with, different people, and he would dress differently to impress those people. And it didn't matter who they were, but he would pretend that he was them, and he could try to get them to open doors for him. For me, I cannot do that. I would just there's no way in me. There's not an ounce in me that would be able to do that. And I find strength in that, but I also, to a point, it's put me in a place where I'm I can't be just me against myself in the world. You need other people in this life. You need other people to support you, to grow with you, and to help you, and to because I would never ask for help. I'd always say I can do it myself. And a lot of things we can't do ourselves. We need other people. And I think we help other people help us, and that's what it's supposed to be. And I'm always the one that's saying, well, I'm here to help other people. Well, first, I need help too. I can't help other people unless I'm helped. And I think some of us are so stubborn that we say, no, I'm not gonna get involved with anyone. I'm doing this my own way. And then you become very jaded, and then you cut yourself off, and then what you do, you isolate. And when you isolate, the easiest way to get relief from that, because no one wants to feel isolated, it's very, very lonely after a while. And I don't need a lot of friends. I don't need a lot of connections. Like when you have a dog, it makes things completely different. If I didn't have a dog, I probably would go crazy. But you still need human interactions. You still need some. It would be nice to have some good friends. I've never had good friends in my life. All my friends have been horrible people, and I don't really know what it's like to have a good friend. I don't know what a good friend even is. So I'm skeptical if there are good friends that really care about you and want the best for you, if that makes sense. I see a lot of people with good friends, and I'm like, really? Like, are you sure that this person isn't just waiting for you to stab your back? But also, too, it's easier to have good friends when you're working a job that both of you are working and no one's trying to do something different. No one's trying to do something that no one else is doing. And no one's trying to break the norm. And when you say, hey, this is what I'm going to do, because life is short and I almost died and twice, and I really don't care what happens. So for me, I would rather try than die. I mean, try dying than just living a life, normal life. And I would not say that their life, like, do whatever you want. I don't care. But to them, they look at me and that pisses them off, because basically I'm telling them that their life is wrong and they gave up on their dreams. Therefore, I should give up on mine, and that they were too weak to fight for theirs. But I think I'm stronger. I don't believe that. I believe everyone has the power to, and everyone is gifted in their own way, but some of us choose to work through the pain, and we learn to accept the pain, and we learn that life isn't just fun parties on the weekend and group friends doing wine night and all that stuff. And for me, I'd rather see what I could do with my life, like to the end. Just see what I give it all I have and see what could I create and give it my best shot. And that's it. Because we all die, and if I don't make it, everyone else that I know, they die too. So who are they going to make fun of? They can't make fun of someone that's already dead. So that's my thinking behind it, and I don't need to rationalize it for anyone else, but I still think that makes it harder to find friends. But I do think that there are people out there that we can connect with. I think that we just have to choose the right ones, because the wrong ones will definitely lead us down the wrong road. But we can't be closed off to that. I'm gonna figure this all out on my own, because that leads you to a more possibilities of going back, because you need some support, you need some help in your corner, you need some people that are there, because we're built from tribes and family structures and having clans, that there was no person just living out by himself with a dog. That person didn't last very long. He needed other people to trade with and family to live with and girls to fall in love with. Like, those things are all things I love too, but they aren't going to happen when you're just sitting solo with your dog. You know, it's just not going to happen. So, as much as I enjoy my solitude, eventually it's like you got to break out of the shell and be like, okay, solitude is what also leads to isolation and also leads to relief by drug of choice. So I think everyone, I think everyone will hit rock bottom if they they may hit rock bottom, even if they're not, if they just drink on the weekends every weekend. Their rock bottom will be, I'm 50 and I have nothing to show for it, and I thought that a career would make me happy. I think that's their rock bottom. Or their rock bottom is they're 80 and they're like, I wish I would have tried that one thing I really loved. That's their rock bottom. And I'm glad that my rock bottom was now and not when I'm 80 and then like, shit, it's too late. So rock bottom now is better, because I can deal with it now and I can recover. And recovery doesn't have to be you doing all this stuff in one day. Recovery can be just little by little and doing whatever it can be, and just being like grateful for whatever you did, and just looking at yourself and being like, I did a little bit today. I'll try a little bit more tomorrow. But I'm not going to say I'm going to have pause for the next 6, 12 months. Because when you do that, you're just creating in your mind that you're going to, regardless. Even if you're not, you're telling your mind, this is what I'm going to have. So might as well just get used to feeling like this. Instead of saying, you know what, I felt pretty bad the last 6 months, but maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and my brain will just be better. Or maybe I'm feeling a lot better. Just keep telling yourself you're feeling better, and then maybe you will feel better. I think if you tell yourself you feel better every day, I think eventually your brain just will start to feel better. That's just my thoughts. So that glass is thin, and you're walking on heels, and it's just about to break, and it's gonna break anytime. And if you're like me, it's probably already broken many times, but it takes that one time where you're like, there's no more glass to break. There's no more second chances on this one. This is like the final one. So it's the straw that I don't know what topped the camel's back or something. So, anyways, get that shit out of your mind. Just know that everything is a blessing. Every lesson is a blessing. And any time you struggle through anything, even if you're struggling now through pause, there is a lesson out of it in the end, and you will learn something through it. And that's what I always have to tell myself every day when it's shitty. So just remember, there's something good that will come from it.